internet. So I absolutely love this time of year. I love the fairy lights, and I love that there's a set of music that you can only play acceptably for these few weeks. I love that people can really get into the spirit of the season. I mean, I am a real big Charlie Brown about it. I don't like the commercialism. I don't like how people can sometimes let their crazy out. But all in all, I do think this is a great time of year to sort of think about goodwill toward men and try to see the positives in people. And also, I really love the stories that you get to enjoy. So, in wanting to get in with some holiday spirit, here are some wintertime reads that I highly recommend. First up is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. This book, from the first time I read it, I knew this was going to be something that I need to reread every year. These 3 novellas combine and take place all in one small town on a Christmas Eve night. A blizzard is hit, and characters from each of their stories intersect and their lives intertwine in delicate, sometimes wonderfully wonderful ways. That's terrible, but it's so cute, I know, I have to use the same word twice. Maureen Johnson kicks things off with a girl named Jubilee whose parents were arrested, and it's kind of crazy. Then John Green takes readers to the Waffle House on an epic adventure, and finally Lauren Miracle wraps things up with a teacup pig and learning about the real meaning of friendship. Totally love this one, can't recommend it highly enough. Another book that became an instant holiday favorite for me is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by David Levithan and Rachel Cohen. This book is also a few years old, but it's so sweet. Readers are taken on a sort of scavenger hunt around New York City between Dash and Lily. They don't meet each other for quite a while. In fact, for a part of the book, the only way they know each other is through this red notebook that they keep passing back and forth to each other. Each time they find it, they get a dare from the other. And where does this thing kick off? At the Strand bookstore in New York City. I've never been there, but this book makes me want to go so bad. Completely adorable, full of holiday feels. I love this one, and I can't wait to reread it again this year. Another specific holiday read that has become an instant classic in my mind, I was lucky enough to read an arc of it back in August, and I'm so glad it's now part of the world, is My True Love Gave to Me, 12 Holiday Romances. This young adult anthology, edited by Stephanie Perkins, brings together so many powerhouse YA authors, and each story stands on its own, and most of them are just so completely cute and thoughtful and wonderful. I have been so excited to finally share this with people, and if you check out my written blog, I'm going to be having a mini review of each of the stories in this book leading up in the 12 days before Christmas. If you are in the mood for short stories and just getting to see this time of year from a bunch of different points of view, check this one out. And what's really great about the cover, each of these couples are the couples that are in the stories. So great, right? And I just like looking at this one. I can't wait to reread this one already, and I know this is going to become a yearly thing for me. But maybe you're not quite in the mood for something so holiday specific. Maybe you want something that you can just curl up with during these frigid temperatures. There's still plenty of books to choose from. This time of year always makes my brain sort of crave fantasy novels. I think it's because I like believing that anything is possible, and what says that better than fantasy? Leigh Bardugo's Grisha Trilogy absolutely hits the spot for me. I'm pretty sure part of it takes place in the winter, if memory serves me correctly, and also you just have this wonderfully woven, rich story. All 3 books are out now, and I can't recommend this series highly enough. If you haven't read it yet, what are you waiting for? And if you have read it, time for a reread, don't you think? And one more series that I think provides endless wonder for this time of year is the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Have I said enough about these books in the last couple of years? And how appropriate that you read it now, because the 4th and final book in the series that will be coming out next November will be called Winter. Fairest is due out in January, and don't you think it's time for a reread? This tale that starts off with Cinderella as a cyborg and then weaves in the Little Red Riding Hood story and Rapunzel, and then eventually Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are coming into play. It's magical and wonderful and really smart. I've been rereading this by audiobook lately, and I completely love it, though I'll always love these books. They're just amazing. So those are some stories that I highly recommend to get you through this wintertime season. It can be cold, it can be brutal, but things can be awfully wonderful between the pages of a book. I hope you guys all have an excellent holiday season. Keep warm, stay reading. All of my usual links are down below. Comments are always welcome. And that's it for me for now. Take care. Bye!